how you doing, friends? Welcome back to Light Metaphors. This is Thomas Schwabe, and today I just want to share a little bit more from my heart. You know, it's so good to be able to receive freely from the Lord and give. As you know, it's better to give than to receive. And you know, every good and perfect gift that comes down from above, from the Father of lights. And I just want to encourage you, receive the free gifts of the Lord that He's given you and give from that place. Give from the grace of God given to you. Give from what He's given to you out of the abundance of your heart. Let it flow out of you. I just encourage you and speak into your life and say, let the good things of God, let the overflow of God, let the grace of God come forth out of you to administer to others and encourage them, strengthen them, comfort them, exhort them, because this is the goodness of God that you're releasing. We are receivers of the goodness of God, and we dispense of it. We pour out. And, you know, to him who has, more shall be given, and he shall have an abundance. So God bless you, and I just, again, I love just to encourage you and just to go for it. Take the risk and step out. Get up out of your individual boats and walk in the supernatural. Take a risk and step out, and that's how you're gonna grow. You stretch yourself and you'll grow and grow in the things of God. And it's when you step out of into a place of faith and risk. So today I'm going to share another dream that I had to encourage people and encourage you that God will speak to you in dreams and show you things that are relevant in your life. He'll reveal things to you that will help you to in the natural realm to overcome. And I want to share this dream. It was kind of like a warfare dream, but it was just how the Lord was imparting something to me, an authority to overcome in the spirit realm. And so in my dream, I found myself standing at the White House. And I was at first just watching, and as I was looking in front of the White House, I saw Bill Clinton come up out of the building. And as I stared at Bill Clinton, I saw this woman coming towards him. And the strange thing is, as I looked at the woman, my attention was drawn towards the woman, and she looked really like crazy. She was like out of her mind. She was like just crazy, and she looked all, you know, like out of control mentally. She was like really mentally disturbed. And so as she was approaching Bill Clinton, she was rushing him, and the next thing I know is she knocked him down on his feet. And then I looked at that and I observed that, and I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. And then the next thing you know, she turned and looked at me, and this crazy woman came rushing at me. But as soon as she got really close to me, I actually ended up putting my fists up and I knocked her out. I just bam, and she just went out on the floor. And then I woke up. That's all the dream was. I woke up from that dream. I was like, wow, you know, you wake up from these dreams that you get from God, and oftentimes you're just blown away. You're amazed and you're perplexed, and you're like, wow, what was that? And so as I began to ponder that dream, as I began to dwell on it and ask the Lord for interpretation, and just like in the story in the book of Acts, Peter was on the rooftop, and he fell into a trance, it said, and he went into like a deep sleep, a trance, and as he was in that state of being, he was tapped into the spirit realm, and he began to see. He began to see in a vision, and as he was in this trance, and he began to see like a blanket come down from heaven, and with four corners, and within it had all these animals, unclean animals and wild beasts or whatever animals, and he heard a voice say, kill and eat. The voice said, kill and eat. And then, but Peter, you know, he had this thing inside of him that had to be switched, changed. He had this perspective, he had this cultural belief in that he was raised up in, that God began to overshadow, began to change, and through that vision began to shift his inner perspective, give him revelation, understanding that in God's eyes, what God has made clean, no man should call unclean. And Peter in that vision called those animals unclean. And God was giving him this vision to show him that he's going to carry a message to the Gentiles. And that message is to reveal to them that God's heart for them is that He loves all people, and He sanctifies and touches all people and makes everyone clean. And nobody inside of Him is unclean, but they are clean. The Gentiles are clean. They are saved by the same grace as the Jews are, and as every other ethnicity. And so God began to give him that vision, and we read that's in the book of Acts. And so he was pondering that vision. And so in my dream, as I awoke, I was perplexed, and I was wondering, I was pondering about the dream, and in my mind I was pondering. I asked the Lord, and the Lord began to show me how in that dream He was revealing to me that what I was seeing was a picture of an attack on a high level. It was like a high level attack in which there was a spirit being, or this woman represented a spiritual being, or a high level of the demonic that was coming against Clinton, which is obviously a metaphor of a high level authority or authority, and he was a president. The president in the dream, it was Bill Clinton, the president, and so he was the metaphor of someone that was walking in a high level of authority. And so as I watched this spirit came, this spirit, you can say it was a Jezebel spirit, or it was just a high level attack. It came against him and it brought him down. And when that thing began to turn at me, it came at me, but I was able to take not a place of defensive posture and overcome that thing. And I took authority over it and I knocked it down. It wanted to take me down, but I took it down. And this was in the midst of the White House, which I believe represents one of the parts of the dreams that I forgot to share is, as soon as I knocked this woman down, I went back into the White House. I went into the White House. And so I woke up. And so God was showing me that in this dream, He was giving me authority to take down this thing that was trying to take me down. He gave me authority, and I was able to take it down, and I went and dwelt in the secret place, or the White House, the house of God, if you will. And I took refuge in God's house and presence. And so I shared this dream to show that God will oftentimes, or He'll speak to you in the midst of circumstances in your life where He will grant you authority and victory. You'll see it in the spirit, in the realm of the spirit, in dreams. In the realm of dreams, you will often see as God speaks to you in circumstances of your life that you may be going through, battling something, that God can speak to you in a dream and give you authority and show you, grant you victory and enable you to overcome something in the spirit realm, and which directly influences the natural realm. And so that was a dream that of authority in the spirit, granting an authority given to me in the spirit to overcome a spirit being that was coming against me. And so, these are the realities. The spirit realm is the realm of true reality. The realm of the spirit is the realm of true reality. Whatever happens there affects this earth. As a matter of fact, this earth was created out of that realm. It was created from that realm. And that's the place we dwell. We live and we dwell, and we have our very being in God, who is spirit. It says we're no longer in the flesh, but we're in the spirit. And I'm reminded right now of another dream that in line with this, a short dream I had, where I saw myself in a dream, and I was in a boxing ring, and my opponent, when I looked at my opponent, the guy was like 3 times as big as me and buff, like Holyfield. He was like a heavyweight boxer on that level of a Holyfield. And I'm just looking at him, I'm like, wow. And so this man in the ring began to rush me, and he rushed me, and as he did, I took my stance and I began to come at him, and the next thing you know, he flew away, and I flew away out of the ring after him. and I was just chasing him down. As he was flying fast, but I caught up to him even faster, and then I woke up out of the dream. And so that was another dream showing me that God was revealing to me that in the midst of my life during that time, He was training me, or I was going through exercising authority and coming against, learning how to confront and come against an authority, and to move in the spirit realm with authority over things that may even appear to be bigger than me, or even are bigger than me. Because it's not so much about us, but it's about the one in us that enables us to overcome. The scriptures clearly declare that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. So it was through me coming to understand and to learn and gain revelation from God on how to move with Him and allow Him to enable me to overcome. It's in that place that I was growing. I was growing in that realm, in that place of exercising authority, overcoming obstacles, overcoming things that were coming against me, and God was showing me moving in the Spirit. You're learning how to move I'm teaching you how to move in the Spirit to overcome obstacles, to take down forces that are coming against you, that want to destroy you. And so God, again, He loves us and He's for us, and He wants to speak to us and give us revelation and authority in dreams too. He'll do that in dreams, and He wants to release that to each one of us. And it's part of the life of in the Spirit. God is just wanting to teach us all things and train us to live and to move and to have our very being in Him and to walk in the Spirit. He wants us to learn these things. And so God bless you. I pray that you will begin to have authority in every area of your life, that whatever area that you're faced with or challenged with, there's that riddle. It's coming to my mind. Samson's riddle. For out of the eater something to eat, out of the strong something sweet. Out of the eater something to eat, out of the strong something sweet. So I just declare over you that every circumstance and obstacle that has come into your life that has sought to eat you up, if you will, to eat you up and chew you up, that you're going to end up having something to eat out of it. In other words, God's going to give you victory over that, and you're going to get something good out of it. You know, it says He prepares a table before you in the presence of your enemies. In the presence of your enemies, you're going to get something to eat. And you're going to come out of your obstacles, your circumstances, your obstacles, your trials and whatever, with something to eat. And out of the strong, something sweet. And out of the strong, something sweet. You're going to get something sweet out of your the experiences, the circumstances, the hardship, the trials that you're going through. I guarantee if you keep your eye on the Lord and endure with Him and press through, listen to His voice, you're going to gain something sweet out of it. You're going to gain sweetness, the sweetness of God. Know the sweetness of God. Know revelation. The sweetness of revelation will come and will enable you to overcome, will give you authority, will give you the victory. Thank you for checking out Light Metaphors. God bless you. May you have a wonderful day. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you also for your comments, and also hit that like button as well if you like the things that are being released and I'm sharing. And so once again, thanks a whole lot for checking out Light Metaphors. May God bless you.